Hey guys, Ryzen here. So in this video, I'm going to talk about a lesson I learned while taking ayahuasca in Peru. Welcome to the channel. On this channel, you'll find meditation mixes, original art, and talks like this one inspired by psychedelic experiences. So let's jump right in. So it was our first ayahuasca ceremony in Peru. The night was dark and there was a tension in the air. My friends and I were about to embark on a deep spiritual journey. The shaman had just finished the beginning prayers and ceremonies. He had just blown the sweet mapacho smoke and filled the room with it. It was time to take the ayahuasca brew. So I took the sickly, sweet, sour, salty, there's no taste like it, concoction down in one gulp, and I held the fire in my stomach as long as I could. Now, suddenly, I had this overwhelming sense of nausea, and I wanted to go outside. The first thing I noticed is the world had been transformed. The sky was rainbows. The ground was rainbows. I looked at my hand and it was rainbows. I turned to the person helping me out, and the first words out of my mouth were, the world is made of rainbows and love. Now, this wasn't just a one-time thing. This was something I experienced throughout the other ceremonies. And it may sound cliche, and it may sound a little trite. It may sound like a bad Hallmark card. But it's these types of insights that I found to be true during the ceremony again and again. Simple but profound. The question is, or the question was, how would I integrate this lesson into my daily life? Well, first, I changed the art I was making because for a long time I couldn't figure out what type of style I wanted to really pursue for my art. And over the years, I tried out various different styles that incorporated elements such as fantasy, dark fantasy, desaturated colors, and I always felt unsure. And it wasn't until I had my experience with ayahuasca that I knew and was sure that there was a type of art that really resonated with me. So I slowly started incorporating elements from my visions into my art. And that's why I'm making the art I am today. Second, I changed how I try to share my art. Now, there used to be this concept in photography where you didn't want people downloading your photos, so you'd only share them in low definition quality. I believe the logic was, if people stole them, they couldn't be able to use them, for example, to print and hang in their homes, or something along those lines. And so those people would have to pay to use that art. Now, I get that kind of thinking, but on some level, that sort of felt like scarcity thinking. The rainbow experience taught me that art should be shared wherever possible. So I started sharing in a much higher quality format, and that's one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel. Third, I learned to be kinder and more patient through those experiences. I learned that I could choose a loving reaction instead of an angry one whenever something annoying would happen in my life. I used to have a lot of unhappy reactions to just little things that I found irritating. For example, if my parents called me, I'd just flip out and be annoyed and maybe just talk to them in a cold voice. And it probably had to do with a lot of pent-up resentment with how they treated me when I was younger. But since my ayahuasca experience and a lot of meditation, I've learned to forgive those things and move on and really not have that knee-jerk reaction anymore, or just not quite as often. I'm obviously still working through a lot of things. But now I can find myself being able to choose how I react to things that I find annoying or irritating. Anyway, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider giving it a like or hitting that subscribe button. Or consider sticking around on the channel to listen to some music and enjoy some original art. Thanks for watching. I'm Ryzen. I'll see you later.